Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode number 150 on the Board Game Man channel. My name is Jamie Cloninger, and as I was thinking about my episode 150, I thought I need to find a game with Pazaz. Well, guess what? I found the exact game for it. It's called Pazaz by Milton Bradley. It was made back in 1978. It is a 2 to 4 player game, and look at the looks on these people. Yoo-hoo! Oh, look at that. Oh, I love this box cover. That is a great, great box cover, isn't it? The object of the game is you're trying to get the most chips after 3 rounds of play. And what you do is each player receives 5 cards with an amount on it from 2 to 12. When you roll the dice, if your dice matches that card, you would flip it upside down and you get the chips that are with that number. As soon as a player gets all 5 of their numbers face down, then you move on to the second round. You count all your chips that you have, and whoever has the most chips after 3 rounds wins. It's a very interesting game. Well, let's head on over to the gamers table, and I'll show you how to play Pazaz. All right, everybody, here we are at the gaming table, and here is the board game Pazaz. So what you have in front of you is the game board, and you can see it's really cool looking. This is from 1978, so I like it. And it has like a felt to it, so when you roll the dice, it actually kind of keeps it from rolling far away, and also kind of helps to keep the cards on the board. So it's actually really kind of cool looking. You also have the instructions in the lid. Yay! That's what I love to see. So we're not losing any paper instructions. So you can see it's that easy to learn, just right in the lid. And you also have this cool little insert. It doesn't give any information, but I like the way it has a little steamboat in there. It kind of adds to the theme, like we show on the cover of the box. So that's kind of cool to see. You also have these Pazaz cards with different numbers on them, and so on. Okay. You also have these little chips that we use. And we also have these special cards, which I will go over in a minute. These are optional. These are value cards at 15 points. I'll go over those at the end of the game. These are optional, whether you want to use these or not. There's supposed to be 8 of them in the game, but I'm missing 4 of them somehow. So I only have 4 of them, which is good enough. That's not going to ruin the game at all. And then we have the plastic pot. This is where we place our chips in, and this goes in the center of the board. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this started. So what we're going to do is let's set this up. So every player is going to start with 25 chips. And that's why I have these chips laid out here. I didn't count exactly 25. I just want to put a little pile next to each one of them. That way I can kind of give you an idea of how we do this. So each player is going to start off with 25 chips. And what they're going to do is they're going to take their chips. I have a separate stash over here. And you'll see above each letter, there is a number. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Each one of them has the same thing. Each player, what they're going to do with their chips is they're going to place the number of chips on that number. So 1 goes with 1, 2 has 2 chips, 3 has 3 chips, 2 has 2 chips, and 1 has 1 chip. Okay, so this is the same for each player that's on here. They're going to go ahead and place their chips with the number, and you're going to match the amount of chips with that number. 3, here we go. Then we'll go with 3 here, 1 on each side, and then 2 and 2. Just like so. And then I got the last player here. We're going to 1 and 1, 2 and 2, and then 3 in the middle. Here we go. Okay. So once you do that, now each player is going to roll the 2 dice, and then you're going to find out who is the first player. Whoever rolls the highest number goes first, and they're also the dealer. So at this point, the dealer is going to shuffle all these little cards up. I went ahead and just put 4 stashes here, and they're going to go ahead and deal them to each player. And you're going to place them on the letters Pazaz in front of you. So these are the 5 numbers you are trying to roll on your dice when you roll them. Okay? Okay. There we go. And that is the setup of the game. We're going to put your chips with the corresponding number. Actually, there's 4 here. There should only be 3. There we go. And then you deal out the cards. So I'm going to say I'm the first player. I rolled the highest number, and I'm going to go first. So what you're trying to do is you're going to try to roll the number that's in front of you. Okay, so let's see if I can do that. Now, you do want a pen and paper with this game because you do play 3 rounds. And at the end of the first round, when someone has turned over all 5 of their cards, you're going to count the total number of chips each player has, and you're going to jot it down on the paper. Okay, so what we're going to do, so I want to make sure I told you that, is everyone's going to go ahead and ante 2 chips into the pot. So everyone's going to put 2 there, and this player's going to put 2 in the pot here. Okay, this player's going to do the same, and this player's going to do the same over here. Now all those chips are in the pot. Okay, here we go. So player 1's going to roll. Player 1 rolls a 7. Now let me tell you what happens with a 7. There is no 7 cards. 7 is a special roll. It is so special that when you roll a 7, you have to ante 1 chip into the pot, and guess what? You lose your turn. Yay! And you pass the dice to the player on your left. I know, that's a bummer. So this player is now going to go ahead and roll, and they roll a 6. Now they're going to see if they have a 6. Yay, they have a 6 here. So what they're going to do is they're going to flip this card upside down, just like so, and they're going to go ahead and take these 2 chips and place it into their pile. Okay, and you get to roll again. So when you roll and you get a number, you get to roll again. Or unless you roll a 7, then you have to either you roll a number that you don't have, or you roll a 7. That's how your turn ends. But if you roll a number you have, you get to roll again. Player 2 rolls. He rolls a 10. Look at that. My goodness. Wow. So player 2 is on a roll here. So he's going to flip this card upside down. He's going to take the 3 chips and place it in his pile. Very, very good. And he gets to roll again. Rolls again. He rolls a 3. Oh, he does not have a 3. Okay. So now he rolled a 3. He does not have a 3. So the player on his left is going to see if they have a 3. No 3s here. Then this player is going to look. No 3. I'm going to look. I don't have a 3 either. Okay. So then play goes ahead and passes to the next player. So now we have player 3. Player 3 is going to roll a 9. Look at that. He rolled a 9. So he's going to go ahead and flip this upside down. He's going to take these 2 chips and put it into his pile. And he gets to roll again. A 4. Okay, we have no 4 here. This player's going to look. Oh, dun, dun, dun. This player has a 4. So guess what happens? Can I have the dice, please? He gets the dice. He gets to flip over the 4. And he gets to take the 2 chips and place it in his pile. That is very, very cool. And then he gets to roll the dice. So player 4 over here is going to roll the dice. He rolled a 5. No such luck. No 5 here. So he didn't get it. Now I'm going to look over here and see if, remember the number that we rolled was, what was it? It was a 4. Do I have a 4 over here? No, I don't. I don't have a 4, so that ends my turn. Okay? Because we want to see if I have a 4, because then it continues on. So he rolled the dice. He doesn't get it. And now it comes over to my turn. So now I'm the first player. I'm going to roll. I roll a 7. Oh, boy. Dun, dun, dun. So I get to ante 1 chip into the pot, and the dice goes over to player 2. Player 2 is now going to try to roll for a 4, 5, and a 9. Let's see if he can do it. A 5! Look at that! Wow! So you're going to flip over the 5. He gets that 1 chip and places it in his stash, and he gets to roll again. A 5. Oh, he rolled a 5 again. No 5 here. No 5. No 5. Oh, guess what? I have a 5 here. I like to have the dice, please. I get to flip it over. I take the 1 chip, put it over here, and I get to roll the dice. A 12. I don't have a 12. That's the end of my turn. And now it is player 3's turn. Player 3 is going to roll a 12. There you go. So 12, he gets to flip over. See, the dice that when I roll after that goes around, it only goes for me. It doesn't go for anybody else. Okay, that's I just want to let you know that's why we didn't go around. Go, hey, who else has 12? When you actually take it from another, take the roll from another player, you're only rolling for yourself, and that's it. Okay, so this player is going to go ahead and flip this over. They get the chip, and then they get to roll again. Oh, a dreaded 7. So they have to take one of the chips and throw it in the pot, and now it moves over to this player here. Player 4 is going to roll. Player 4 rolls a 4. No 4, no 4. He just helped player 2 out. Player 2 has a 4. So just like that, he's going to flip that over. He gets 2 chips into his hand, and he gets to roll because he got the 4. So he gets to roll. If he rolls a 9, he's going to win the round. Oh, there it is. And just like that, player 2 completely annihilates us. He flips over his final card, takes the chip, and he also gets to take all the chips in the pot in his hand, and also he gets to take all the chips that are up in these numbers. He takes all of these. Look at that. That is brutal. So just like that, he gets all these chips over here, and that ends the first round. So what you'll do is you're going to take your pen and paper. Every player is going to count how many chips they have, and then you start the round over again. You're going to go ahead and take all the chips back, and everyone's going to start with 25 chips again. You're going to go ahead and place them out here again. You're going to get 5 fresh new cards. But the one thing I did want to mention is if you have 2 numbers of the same. If you say you rolled an 8, you can only do one of them. You can't do both of them on one turn. You'd have to roll the 8 2 different times in order to get both of those. And that's pretty much how the game works. It's a really fun little game. I can see it's a lot of fun. Even if you don't roll it, somebody else can roll that number for you. And you can. And what's funny is if, say, someone rolled a 2 over here, this player gets to flip that over, take the token, have a roll, see if they can roll anything else. And if they don't, it would come over to me too. I would be able to flip over my card. I would be able to take that token, and I roll to see if I can do it. And then once that's done, then it goes back to the next player whose turn it was to roll the dice. It's a fun little game. I have never seen a game like this before, at least not me anyway. If you have, put a comment down below, or if you have this game, let me know if you like it or not. I have not played it. I recently got it, and through Facebook Marketplace, I actually got it not too long ago, and I'm kind of excited to play it, and I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but I read the instructions. This looks like it'll be a lot of fun. This looks like it'll be really, really cool. So, let me go over these before I forget. Here are the value cards. Now, these are like I said, these are optional if you want to play with these. Now, let me see. The rules with these, a player that's low on chips, okay, say a player is low on chips, may purchase 15 chips from another player by trading the card for the chips, okay? So what they do is they'll give you the card for 15 points, and what you'll do is you'll give them 15 of your tokens, and then play moves on, okay? And that's when you get that 15 points at the end of the game that you add on to the amount of chips you have. And the dealer does not have to redistribute the chips at the end of each round, set a time limit. You can also set a time limit for the game instead of counting rounds. So if you don't want to do, 3 rounds per se, you can say, okay, we're going to play this for 15 minutes and see how, who wins after 15 minutes. You can do that as well in this game. All play is based on the total of the dice. You cannot split the dice. You can't say, oh, I got a 4, yay! No, you can't do that. It's a total of both dice. And I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. At the end of the allotted time, count each of your value cards as 15 chips when totaling your score. So you'll actually add 15 points on top of that. And each player, if you do choose these, each player would start off with 2 of these in their hand. But like I said, I'm missing 4 of them. But you know what? Each player can have 1 instead of 2. And I think that would actually be better, actually, if you only have 1 of these instead of 2. I mean, that's kind of, you need 30 points. I'm sorry, you should lose the game if you need if you need to use 2 of these, you're in bad shape. So, but 1 of each, I think that's even better than having 2 of each. But that's, that's how it's one of those house rule things. And that, my friends, is Pazaz. I really hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you maybe might have a go at this game if you have it, or if you don't have it. Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to see what you think of this game. If you like the episode, click on that like button down below. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, feel free. I love watching the subscriber counts go up and up and up and up. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I thank you to all my subscribers that feel the love and they want to actually subscribe to the channel and enjoy what I'm doing. That makes me feel real good. And I enjoy doing these. So if you do, go ahead and click on that subscribe button down below. And click on that good old bell down below. That way you're notified of any future episodes I upload. And until next time, everybody, thank you so very much for watching. You have watched the game Pazaz.